Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Amanda Muse, and today's video is another installment of podcasts you should binge. I'm obsessed with podcasts. I listen to podcasts like I drink water and need air. It's a little bit dramatic, but seriously, I listen to a ton of podcasts. They are a wonderful escape in these crazy times. They're also a really nice companion for walking the dog, cooking dinner, folding laundry, all the little things that are just like eating up all this time where you can't sit down and watch a show, for example. Perfect time to listen to a podcast. First thing, don't be ashamed if you've never listened to a podcast or you don't know how. You gotta be new at something the first time. So all you have to do is download an app, which is the podcast player. If you have an iPhone, you can use Apple Podcasts, Google Play, or maybe there's Google Podcasts. You can listen on Spotify, lots of options. And then there's like a plethora of apps that play podcasts. Podcasts are free, which is wonderful. Of course, you can do things like premium accounts here and there, but for the most part, it's all free. Second thing that I love is a good wireless headset. I have two kinds. I have a Bose headset, which I love, although I must admit, sometimes the noise canceling aspect of that headset makes me a little bit nauseous. It's weird. It's like too much. It makes my equilibrium off or something. I don't know. But I also have AirPods and I love them. I work out with my AirPods. They don't fall out. Sometimes I fall asleep with them on. They're that good. I treat listening to podcasts like I would reading a book. You pick up where you left off. I tend to listen to an episode where I can, and if I don't, I hit pause and I come back to it later. Of course, the last tip is as you start to like certain podcasts, you can follow them, subscribe to them, but I would suggest downloading the episodes you want to listen to before you leave the house so you're not zapping all of your data while you're out on the go. So I like to do that. I download the episodes, then I take the dogs for a walk, and honestly, it just takes a couple minutes to get your episodes downloaded, and that is that. So now let's jump to 10 podcasts you should binge in 2020. They're so good for so many different reasons, so let's jump into it. These are in no particular order. I just wrote a list of 10 as the ones I'm currently listening to or have just finished. Number 1, Dying for Sex. This podcast is just like, it's like a delicious show, and I'm almost sad that I've binged the whole thing. I'm pretty sure it's a 6-episode series, and then that's it. And those make me sad because it's like I want more, and I'm just jealous for everybody that hasn't listened. It's 2 women, best friends for many years, and one of them is dying of cancer. And as she goes through this process of cancer and dying, she starts to explore the relationship that she has with sex and intimacy. And it is just a beautiful, it's like the petals open to this story about 2 women discovering themselves. One is discovering herself and one is the supporter of this journey. And it's absolutely beautiful. And I love that it just takes shame off the table, because I think that a woman's relationship to intimacy and sex is potentially one of the most important of her life. And if you embrace that side of your life or you have hesitation, I just think you're going to get, either one of you is going to get something magical out of this podcast. It is a beautiful listen. I laughed, I cried, it was incredible. Another podcast I love is called Happier with Gretchen Rubin. So this podcast sort of gives you life hacks and tips on how to be happier, which, we could all use a little bit more of that, right? Plus, it's hosted by 2 women who also happen to be sisters. So Gretchen Rubin is an author. I think of a few books, but definitely within this like how to be happier type of genre. And then her sister, who is a writer for shows in LA. So Gretchen lives in New York. The sister lives in LA. And I like the dynamic between the 2. Like you've got Gretchen, who's pretty bubbly and type A and like very much getting things crossed off her list. And then you have Liz. I'm pretty sure her name is Liz. It might be escaping me now, but she lives in LA and she's a writer and she's a little bit more chill and like not as type A and very dry, and the dynamic is incredible. And I also like how the messaging And the things like the takeaways are never given in such a way where you feel less than. Like, I feel like they're very much things I can accomplish, and definitely nuggets that I have taken and like, ooh, I'm going to store that for later. And I've likely even mentioned here or on my podcast in various ways because it's just really applicable stuff. So another great one for listening. One magical thing about podcasts is I find a lot of it is word of mouth. Like me sharing with you some of my favorites, same with friends will share me, theirs and think I might enjoy it. This podcast came to me through my hairstylist, Courtney, and she said, Amanda, you're going to love this podcast. It's called History of the 90s. And it did. So it's interesting to hear stories that you remember vaguely from childhood. I am a product of the mid 80s, so I was, growing up in the 90s. And there's all of these stories that I'm like, oh yeah, I vaguely remember those brothers that killed their parents, but like I don't really remember the story. And so the host takes you through these stories and different things like there's even a whole episode about The Lion King, which I found fascinating about how that movie came to be. So very interesting. I also like the tone that the host provides it in. It's very like reporter, business-like, which I'm not really accustomed to, but I enjoy it. There's something just very endearing about this podcast, and I kind of like it. It's very nostalgic, Oh, this next one, Brené Brown, my idol. I adore Brené Brown. She has, I think, one of the most viewed TED Talks, The Power of Vulnerability. Is that what it's called? Now I'm stumbling on that. Anyway, it's even got a special on Netflix. It's absolutely incredible. She's from Texas, so she has a great accent. And she just recently launched Unlocking Us by Brené Brown. Oh, and I'm already obsessed. In fact, considering the times that we're in and the state of the world right now, in March, actually, no, it is April 1st, 2020. There is a specific episode about comparative suffering. And I was feeling very overwhelmed as it happens and comes in waves. And that particular episode was incredible. Also, I've recently read and just adored the book called Untamed by Glennon Doyle, and Brené has an episode where she interviews Glennon, and it's just incredible. And then not to mention yesterday's episode with, I think his name is David Kessler, and he's a grief researcher, and oh my God, that conversation was incredible. It's just like, I find myself nodding along every time I listen to Brené, and I just love that she's in my ears now with this podcast. And actually, I've seen her speak twice. Is that possible? Yeah, I have. I'm obsessed with her. She's incredible. Love it. This podcast came to me through a friend as well. It's called Modern Love. Now, you may recognize the name from a Netflix. Netflix did like a docuseries on this, or they released a couple episodes, and they were incredible. Again, my hairstylist told me about the show, but I did not know that it was also a podcast. Beautifully done. I love the host. Her voice is incredible. I also love the concept. So they have these stories about love in different ways. It's not always romantic love. It could be friendship. And they have these stories written by people from around the world, not necessarily famous people. And then they have celebrities read the stories, read the essays, and they're just incredible. In fact, the other day, on the weekend, I was folding laundry and putting it all away, and I was so incredibly moved by this one particular episode, which was a friendship between a senior woman, so a woman in her 80s, and this young man who was a neighbor, and he was a writer, and their friendship was so incredibly moving, and it was just such a powerful message, especially in a culture where we tend to want to discard people as they age. We see them as being less valuable. And I just thought it was just so breathtaking, the message that was shared, the story. If I remember the episode, I will link it below. Sometimes you read something or you hear a story and it's like I come back to it every now and then and just like, wow, that was incredible. It was just so beautiful how they were there for each other in different ways. It's just, I loved it. I loved it so much. We're going to shift gears and get to a little true crime because I know there's some true crime lovers out there. Must admit, I'm limiting the stuff that scares me a little bit because I find my emotions are a little raw. There's so much uncertainty in the world, and I need like an escape that makes me feel nice. That said though, nothing like a little crime story to get the blood pumping and adrenaline moving. I've recently discovered Crime Junkie podcast. Where has it been all my life? This is a gigantor podcast. Like, this is not new, but it's new to me, and I'm loving it. I love the duo of the hosts. So you have Ashley Flowers, who is like the primary host, and it's kind of what I'm gauging. It's all very new to me right now, but what I'm gathering is it's like she's talking to her friend and telling her the story about this true crime that has taken place. And they share like, oh, I'm going to send you this photo and you have to look at this photo, and they talk about it. It's like you're listening in on a phone conversation between two nerdy friends who love true crime. They're not nerdy. I don't mean that in a negative way. They're just really into it. And so you feel like you're listening in on this conversation, and it's really fun. A couple things I enjoy in comparison to other true crime duos that I've heard. I like that there's not a lot of chit chat at the beginning. And I like too how they title the episodes. So there's some where it's like captured, or a serial killer, or, still on the loose. And so depending on the mood that I'm in, I can decide, like, sometimes I can handle if there's a person who still hasn't been found yet. And sometimes I can't, and I want a story where like the killer is all provided or whatever, and is like put in jail, and I know can't hurt me. You know what I mean? Like, I need to have like some completion to a story. So I like that it's organized in that way. And it's just, I like the song. I like dance to the intro when I hear it now. It's very nice to make dinner and listen to true crime. Seriously. So if you are a listener of this podcast, did you hear the episode about the monster of Miramichi? I was like, oh my God, is this real? Like, it was absolutely terrifying what this individual did. And not only that, it was in New Brunswick. Like, that's way too close to home. Many of my ancestors hail from New Brunswick. So that was something to hear, you know? Sometimes the world is dark and heavy, and sometimes you cannot listen to scary stories because it's just too much. I recently discovered a podcast called Kind World, and it offers short and sweet podcast episodes that share something beautiful and loving and kind that has taken place in the world. It's just something lovely and nice and refreshing to hear from around the world when a lot of the news that we're being given is just heavy and doom and gloom and grief creating, that it's lovely to hear a story that is just warm and light and refreshing. Look at that evening sun back there. Isn't that nice? Gotta love that. This next one is surprising to me that it's making the list, but I found myself coming back to it. I tend to be drawn to podcasts hosted by women. I don't know what it is. I feel connected. I feel related. But this podcast is actually hosted by two men. It's called Stuff You Should Know. From what I can gather, this podcast has been around for a very long time. I'm not exactly sure how I stumbled upon it, but there's something very charming about the dynamic between the two men. They share very interesting and nerdy things about stuff you should know. And I find, like, I'll listen to an episode and just be drawn into the gentleness and quiet humor that they have. There's something very chill about the vibe that they throw down, and just really interesting nerdy stuff, and I kind of like it. So it's a good laundry folding companion. This next podcast show blew my head right off. Chasing Cosby. Wow. Like, I knew he was a dirtbag, but I didn't quite know to the degree of dirtbag that he was. And it is the expose. It follows the journalist who essentially blew this case wide open, who was following it for so long, and you get to hear how it unfolded, and it really pieces the story together in a way that makes sense, because if you're like me, like, I remember headlines from the news and him going to jail and all these things, but like, I didn't know all the intricate details. So it's a very interesting series. And last but not least is a show called The Dream. So season 1 takes you through and in and around and upside down, flips MLMs on their side and just cracks them wide open, and is such an eye-opening, informative look at everything about MLMs. why they were good and golden at one point, how they got to a really dark place, how it is just, it's like I can't even get into it because I don't want to offend people, because there's so many people who are involved in MLMs, and there is a very small percentage of people who can do well and make money from these things. And so if you've experienced an MLM, if you are in one and struggling financially, you're going to want to listen to this podcast. It's just incredible. And if I'm not mistaken, season 2 starts walking you through the wellness world of like essential oils and all these things. So I haven't quite started season 2 yet. I mean, there's only so many hours in the day, right? So there you have it. 10 more podcasts you should binge in 2020. And you know the drill. If there are shows that you think I should listen to that I might like, please leave them below, because I go through these podcasts like crazy. I kind of have this feeling that with COVID-19, there might be this surge of incredible podcast shows coming about. Like, I feel like a lot of people have ideas for shows that would be really neat to create, and ain't no time like the present to get that done. So hey, maybe you might be the next show that I'm putting my list here. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.